Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 46 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapters, we saw Indrajitha being himself invisible through innumerable shafts towards the Vanara army as well towards Rama and Lakshmana, finally covering the body of Rama and Lakshmana entirely with the shafts, making them to fell to the ground. Meanwhile, those inhabitants of the woods surveying the earth and the sky beheld the brothers Rama and Lakshmana covered with arrows, and the Titan resting like unto Indra, having loosed the reins, accompanied by Sugriva, Vibhishana, lamenting, came to that place in haste. That Nila, Dvivida, Mainda, Sushena, Kumuda, Angada, and Hanuman approached, weeping for the sons of Raghu. Breathing out faintly, bathed in blood, riddled with innumerable darts, motionless, they lay stretched on a bed of arrows, sighing like serpents washed in blood, resembling two golden standards. And those warriors lying on a hero's couch were surrounded by monkey leaders whose eyes were suffused with tears. Beholding the two Raghavas pierced with darts, profound emotion stirred those monkeys who were accompanied by Vibhishana, and they surveyed the four quarters without being able to discover Ravani the Indrajita, who had veiled himself in his magic during the fight. But while he was hidden by his occult power, Vibhishana, also having recourse to magic arts, looking round, beheld his nephew of incomparable exploits, who was invincible in battle, standing nearby. Although that warrior who had no peer in the field had made himself invisible by virtue of the boon he had received, he was recognized by Vibhishana, who was full of energy, glory, and prowess. Indrajita, however, contemplating his own fate, gazed on those two warriors stretched on the earth, and in an excess of joy, wishing to share it with all the Titans, said, those two mighty brothers, Rama and Lakshmana, the slayers of Tara and Dushana, are now struck down by my darts. Even were they aided by the gods and asuras with the hosts of rishis, they would never be able to release themselves from from those arrows that paralyzed them. I have overcome Rama for the sake of my father, who is a prey to anxiety and fear, causing the three watches of the night and the watches of the night without allowing his limbs to rest on his couch. I have subdued that wretch who destroys all beings on their very route, on account of whom the whole of Lanka is agitated like a river in the rainy season. As clouds are dispersed in the autumn, so have the exploits of Rama and Lakshmana, when all the inhabitants of the wood were being rendered void. Having spoken thus to all the Titans who had witnessed the scene, Ravani began to assail all the monkey leaders. First, he struck down Nila with 9 exceedingly powerful javelins. Thereafter, he wounded Mainda and Dvivida with 3 more, and that mighty bowman, having pierced Jambavan in the breast with an arrow, loosed 10 shafts on the impetuous Hanuman. Then Ravani, in the fight, full of ire, with twin arrows pierced Gavaksha and Sharabha, those two of immeasurable prowess, and the leader of Golangolas and the son of Vali, Angada, were overcome by innumerable darts, by the swift coursing Ravani, transfixing the leading monkeys with shafts resembling tongues of fire. That mighty and colossal son of Raghava began to shout in triumph, and having overwhelmed and routed the monkeys with a hail of weapons, the long armed hero burst into loud laughter, exclaiming, Behold, O Titans, with a formidable net I have bound those two brothers in the presence of the forces. Thus did he speak, and all those Titans versed in magic were exceedingly delighted by his exploit, and cheered him unanimously with a roar like unto thunder, crying, Rama is dead. And hearing these tidings, and beholding the two brothers Rama and Lakshmana lying on the earth without breath or movement, they all paid homage to Ravana's son, reflecting, they are slain. In a transport of joy, Indrajitha, victorious in conflict, returned to Lanka, spreading happiness among the Nairaratas or the demons. The great fear, however, had taken possession of Sugriva, who was overcome with terror on beholding Rama and Lakshmana riddled with arrows and pierced in every limb and bone. Whereupon Vibhishana said to the king of the monkeys, who was afflicted, his face bathed in tears, his eyes wild with terror, have no fear, O Sugriva, stay this rain of tears. These are the fortunes of war. The Titan's victory is not assumed. Fate may still smile upon us. O warrior, these two heroes full of prowess will recover from their swoon. Take courage and inspire me with courage also. I am bereft of protector. O monkey, death cannot strike terror in those who find their felicity in truth and justice. Thus speaking, Vibhishana, dipping his hand in water, washed Sugriva's beautiful eyes, and after taking water and uttering a sacred formula, the virtuous Vibhishana then dried the face of that intelligent monkey, king of monkeys, and addressing him in words full of good sense and comfort, he said, this is not the moment, O greatest of monkey kings, to manifest agitation, excessive emotion. In such a situation leads to death. Therefore, abandon this faint-heartedness that will prove you undoing, and consider how you can best serve the troops. Keep watch over Rama so long as he has not regained consciousness. For when they come to themselves, the two Kakustas will remove all fear from us. This is nothing to Rama, nor is he dying, and Lakshmi, who is inaccessible to those who are doomed, has not abandoned him. Therefore, pluck up your courage and call on your prowess, while I seek to inspire the ranks with renewed confidence. Those monkeys, their eyes dilated, trembling, and discouraged by the rumors whispered from ear to ear on seeing cheerfully going about among the ranks of the army, will abandon their fears like a discarded garland, O king of monkeys. Having reassured Sugriva that Indra among the Titans, Vibhishana passed through the monkey lines, reviving their confidence. Meanwhile, Indrajitha, that magician, surrounded by all his forces, re entered the city of Lanka and sought out to his father. Approaching Ravana with joyous palms, he imparted the pleasant tidings to him, saying, Rama and Lakshmana are slain. Then Ravana, joyfully springing up in the mid of the Titans, on hearing that his two enemies had succumbed, smelt the head of his son, and in great delight questioned him concerning the matter. Being interrogated by his father regarding what had taken place, Indrajita related how the two brothers, bounded by his shafts, were lying without strength or movement. On hearing those tidings from that warrior of great power, joy flooded Ravana's inmost beings, and Dashagriva, banishing his fears regarding the son of Dasharatha, warmly felicitated his offspring who stood beside him. Thus come to the end chapter 46 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puramasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehi Me. Bye.